Hello, everybody. Welcome to International Ball Facebook Live. Today, I have the great pleasure of bringing to you our first ever female player of the week with my co-host, Coach Ro Russell, Phillipina Kyei, 6'8", 17 years old, born in Ghana, is reportedly the tallest female high school basketball player in the world, enrolled at Crestwood Prep, is from Calgary, Alberta, and she is signed with Oregon University Ducks and is a member of Canadian junior national team, junior women's national team. She she played for the Province of Alberta, averaging a triple-double per game, which is 16 points, 15 rebounds, 10 block shots per game. She's also 70% student. I'm going to bring in my coach and our guest to discuss our player of the week. Congratulations, Phillipina. How are you? Coach, how are you?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, good. Congratulations, and we're just going to tune into Coach Rowe as he's going to take over here with the interview, and have fun.
Thank you. I'm very honored to be on your show.
It's my pleasure. Good day.
But definitely, it's a great pleasure to have Phillipina Kyei on our show today. As Tom mentioned, as we get into 2021, happy New Year, by the way, to Philly. And how's everything going over in Calgary as you go through this whole pandemic and the different changes going on with school curriculum and so forth?
Everything is good, but sadly we're not allowed to go to the gym, so I've just been at home working out at home. So
yeah, it must be really, really tough. As we mentioned before, you're the first female international ball player of the week selection that we've had on the show. We want to be able to recognize female basketball players for doing great things. As we see some of your footage from when you're your sophomore year, getting out there and dominating and so forth. Let's start it off. So I guess the first question I want to ask you, Philly, is how did you get into basketball coming from Ghana?
Well, in Ghana, I didn't really know anything about basketball until I got here, and I started playing in ending of 9th grade. Joined the junior club team. Then it started from there.
I see. And what usually a lot of players from Ghana, they play soccer and cricket and so forth. What made you have that love and that passion for basketball?
Well, I kind of had the height for that, so I was like, why not use your height for something good,
Okay, definitely, and playing in Calgary. Tell me how it was, being the tallest player in the whole province, as we reported, being the tallest player in the world for high school. How was it playing against a lot of shorter players in that system over there?
Well, it was really fun to play against people like that, but then I was also kind of expected to dominate because I was like the tall player, and then I was expected a lot from. So
I see, and you must have been dominating over there in terms of blocking shots, getting all the rebounds, offensive rebounds, all that stuff. What are some of the things that you've worked on in terms of expanding your game to not only be able to score down low, close to the basket, but also from the foul line, from the mid-range, even the three, even attacking the basket? How is your game, elevated since then?
Well, first it was kind of hard because I wasn't really comfortable with handling the ball and shooting. But then I started to like work on like my game a little bit, like shooting and handling the ball. So I kind of felt comfortable right now. So
I see. And what's the biggest difference coming over to Ontario, to Toronto specifically at Crestwood, than it was playing in Calgary and having the kind of coaches like Coach Marlo Davis, the head coach, and you know, myself training you and so forth. How has that transition been, and what's the biggest difference you've seen compared to being over in Calgary?
right, so like Calgary, like I said, is like a very like good place to play, but like the competition wasn't like really that tough for me. So I decided to like move to Toronto, and then it was like kind of competitive. And my working, I've been like at the gym working out, so like my skills definitely got better. So yeah.
Definitely. And talk about your new teammates that you've met at Crestwood in terms of, you know, Ella and Annie and Tage and Toby and all the rest of them. How's that been in terms of your friendships that you picked up so far?
Well, it was kind of really easy to like make friends with them because like they're really comfortable like to talk to and everything, and like they're really hardworking on the court too. So it
All
was just
right. Talk to us about how Coach Marlo Davis has helped you and how you've meshed with him since you've been here.
yeah. Coach Marlo is definitely a tough guy. He would give you like a tough time if you're like not doing like your stuff right, and like you know he's always going to be hard on you until you get like the stuff right, and I appreciate him for that.
Okay, okay. And you know, we appreciate your mother and your father allowing you to come over to Crestwood Prep from Calgary when we had contacted you about coming over. How have they been instrumental in your basketball journey in terms of the Team Alberta, the Canadian Junior National Team, and now at Crestwood, and then going into university? And we'll talk about that in a second.
You want me to like explain it or?
Yeah, explain that whole journey and your parents, you know, involvement and support for you, you know, in your basketball and helping you reach your goals.
Right. So like they've like since I started playing basketball, like they've always been supportive, like financially and like stuff. They pay for everything I need, so I could be like the person I am today, you know?
I see, I see. And going into, you know, you signing early, you know, congratulations that you signed early with
Thank
a
you.
major university in the NCAA. Talk about that whole process from your humble beginnings, not having any schools recruit you really, and then some schools starting to recruit you, and then eventually when you came over to Crestwood, how things picked up from there, and where did you eventually sign with?
Okay, so first my recruiting status was like not really great, and I kind of thought I wasn't gonna go anywhere with it. Then when I came to Crestwood, I started like getting, you know, like a bunch of good offers, and it kind of really got tough for me then, because like it was a bunch of really good schools, and I just didn't know. It was like it got to a point where I didn't know what school I wanted to go to, but like it took me some time and patience until I found out what school I wanted to go to.
And that school is?
Oregon, Oregon.
Yeah, and what made you choose to go to Oregon University over the other schools, and what were your top five?
Well, Oregon, like their program was like I thought it was really good, and they had like a bunch of studies I wanted to like study for like my in university, so that was a good thing.
And how have you gotten in along with the teammates there and with the coaches there? How's that relationship been going in terms of the coaches and the teammates?
Well, they're really easy to talk to. They're like friendly. The teammates are like for sure really friendly to me, and the coaches like they know how to like speak to you. They make you feel comfortable.
Okay, that's good. That's good. It's good that also that Oregon's in the West Coast. You live in Calgary, and if you really look at the map, it's not that far. You know, you can
Yeah,
actually
that's
drive there. So that's a
right.
pretty good deal to, have a school that you can actually, travel frequently, visiting or coming back home once we get out of this pandemic.
Right. So excited for that.
That's good. That's good. So tell me about your basketball game. Like, why you think, Team Alberta, the Canadian junior national team, all these high major D1 schools like Oregon, why did they all, recruit and offer and select you to be a part of their program? What are the things that you bring to the table that an ordinary person doesn't bring to the table?
Right. Well, first of all, I'm like a really hype person. I like bring hype to my teammates, like cheer them on, even if you're having a bad game, hype them up and stuff like that. And I was also kind of shocked they offered me like stuff because I wasn't really expecting it.
Okay, okay. So, doing research on players in high school right now, we've only found a 6'7" girl in California and a 6'7" girl in overseas. But in high school, it's not fully official, but it's unofficial that you're the tallest high school basketball player in the world. How does that make you feel that, you're the biggest high school player out there?
It's really crazy. I don't really expect it. It's really mind blowing.
That's good. And you're not just tall. You're big. You're strong. You're mobile. God's really blessed you with a lot of physical tools. How do you use it in the game to dominate the game and to help your team?
Well, if you're like a big person, you're supposed to like be big, make them scared of you. My biggest part is like blocking people and like, getting rebounds, and that's what I bring on the table to help my teammates.
I see. And talk about your transition coming over to stay in Toronto from Calgary, living at a host family and being more independent and have to do chores and wake up by yourself and make breakfast and, do your thing. How is that going to help you when you go to university?
Well, this is like really gonna help me because like when I get to university, there's not gonna be anyone to like take care of me. I'm gonna have to do all of that by myself. So it's like really good to like start young and like, get used to it.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. How's the people at Crestwood been with you in terms of support and resources and all that help to get you where you need to be ready for Oregon? How's the school been in terms of the teachers, the administration, the coaches, all that?
Well, at first I thought I wasn't gonna fit in at the school, but then once I got there, everyone was really nice to me, the teachers, everything. They helped me with whatever I needed, extra help, everything to get me ready for school.
I see. And, one of the things that's changing in the game right now is girls are able to dunk it now. More and more girls are dunking it. The game's changing with the girls' basketball. I'm a huge fan of girls' basketball. My sister started me playing back in the day, and, I've had a team for over, 25 years in AAU. And now high school is here. And, we just had a great class last year with girls going to UConn and NC State and Delaware and Lafayette and all over the place. And now, you're actually one of two girls on the Crestwood girls senior league team that can dunk it. How does that feel when you fly down the court and, take those two steps and hammer it home? I think we even have footage of that where you're dunking it. How does that feel?
It feels really great to know like you could dunk, you know. It's just passionate, like you're a girl and you could dunk. That's just the biggest thing right here.
Yeah, and like how many teams have two girls that could dunk it? Talk about your teammate a little bit, Toby Fournier, and how you guys man the middle and get all the rebounds and all the block shots, and how you're helping her playing defense on her, and she's helping you competing with you on defense. Yeah, we might have had a little technical difficulty. You there, Philly?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm still here.
Okay, I was saying that. Talk about your relationship on and off the court with Toby Fournier in terms of guarding each other and being another girl that can dunk it, who's athletic, that can make both you guys better. How's that been?
Hey, for sure. Toby is like a really competitive person, and she helps me get better. Knowing like you could guard like someone like as good as you and like tough to guard, it just helps me get better with my game. She's also really good. She defends me really good, so that makes me work hard.
I see. So yeah, one of the videos right now was seeing you get up there and dunk it. You know what I'm saying?
That was the first time.
Yeah, that's your first time in. What grade were you when you first dunked it?
Um, grade 11, I think. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, and you've dunked it a few times this year, this past year, both one hand and two hand. Now what are some of the dunks that you looking to add to your repertoire as you go through it?
Oh, that's a tough one. Oh, let's see. Maybe like throwing it over the board and like catching and going from there.
Yeah, yeah, we see you trying that all the time, throwing off the backboard and catching it, and maybe a little windmill. How's that look for you? You working on that little windmill?
Yeah, we'll get there.
Okay, okay. Yeah, so the other thing I want to talk to you about is how did you ever get identified by the national team? You're
Oh,
training with the junior national team, and
right.
they have you as one of their top players to help them in the upcoming world championship. How did you get identified with the junior national team?
Well, it all started from me playing Team Alberta and like going to like provincials, playing with other, really good people in Canada. And then it happens like they were at the game watching. So that's where I got identified for.
Okay, and talk about that experience when you went to camp several months ago, and you saw all the different girls from all types of areas and provinces and everything. So, how was that being in the midst of it and going through the drills and just being in a different environment?
Right. At first, it was like really hard for me because I didn't really expect to make it that far. But then I started like knowing like my potentials and stuff. So I started working to like be like who I am and like, trying to fit in with everyone, a bunch of good players out there.
Okay, okay, and you're going to be going to Oregon University in a few months. To embark on a new journey there. What's your goals? What's your goals there as a freshman in terms of playing time and in terms of opportunity and team success and academically and just transitioning to that next level?
Right. So obviously there's like a bunch of really good players like at Oregon right now, and it's gonna be really hard to like get to like play with their potentials. But like all I need to know is like I need to work hard and also like get good grades, like for, in my academy to like get good grades and also work hard on the court.
I see, I see. And what's your goal at? What are some of your goals at Oregon while you're there?
Oh, that's a tough one. Well, my goal is like to be known out there just for not being tall, but also like being a good player.
Okay, and you hope that you to win a national championship with Oregon one day?
Oh yeah, for sure, definitely. Hoping for that.
And after you get that paper, and when you graduate from Oregon, what's your goal after that? What's your lifelong goal that you're trying to accomplish?
My goal is probably going to be like to play overseas, playing like the WNBA, you know, get a long time like playing basketball, something that I love.
I see. I see. You definitely have that potential and that size to, one day play in the WNBA. That would be a great opportunity for you, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be really great.
Yeah, for your family, yourself, your country, and your city over there, and as well as Crestwood. So, definitely. Last question before we leave.
All right.
Give some advice. You being the first ever female international ball player of the week for your accomplishment and your recent signing with Oregon University. Give some advice to the young girls out there that one day, they want to sign with a NCAA Division I school or go on to post secondary. Give them some advice in terms of what they should be looking at doing to get to that level.
Well, I'll say, in life, you're gonna always have some bullies and like people that make fun of you, telling you like you're not good enough to play basketball. But you just have to ignore them, get to the gym, work hard, and try to accomplish your goals. Don't listen to them because people always try to bring you down. Just ignore them.
Yeah, so stay focused and use the motivation from the haters to
Right.
get where you want to get to, right?
That's exactly what I did.
Yeah, definitely. Um, do you have any shout outs that you want to talk about in terms of your friends, family, teammates, coaches, organizations you work with? Give some shout outs to some people that helped you along this journey to get to this place.
Well, first shout out, I'm gonna have to go with my club team, CBA. Without them, I wouldn't be here today. They're like the first club team that like took me in, even though I was like really terrible from the start. They understood like where I could be now, so they took me in and tried to help me. So
And is there anyone else you want to talk about? Any of the coaches, teachers at Crestwood and friends that you have there?
yeah, I'll say Coach Marlo, Coach Rowe, my friends Ella, Saleya, and like Annie. I just want to shout out to them and Tage. They've always been there for me whenever I needed them.
That's good and good. And lastly, you wouldn't be here without your parents. You know what I mean? How that, I know we talked about, their involvement and their role in your life, but if you had to say something to them directly, what would it be?
Man, I just want to thank them. I just want to thank them for always like having faith in me, knowing like I could be a good basketball player, and also like supporting me in like whatever I wanted to do. Like coming to Crestwood, like not all parents will like willingly let their child like leave them and like go live somewhere else, but like they understood me and like understood the process and helped me with that.
Definitely. And, so we like to, thank you again for coming on the show and, great job and congratulations for being the first ever in 2021 female international ball player of the week for your hard work and your accomplishments. And
Thank you.
a lot more is yet to come. And, I'd like to also thank Crestwood Prep and all the coaches, all the teachers, all the teammates that have, helped to make it possible and help to, develop and educate you and so forth. So great job, and we'll look a lot more for Phillipina Kyei as she goes
Thank you.
through her journey in basketball. She finishes up at Crestwood Prep and goes to Oregon University, plays with the junior national team, and so much more is going to happen. The senior women's team and all those different things are going to happen. So the best is yet to come. And thanks again for coming on. And
Thank you.
we'll bring Tom back into the mix so we could end it off.
All right.
Well done, lady and gentlemen. That was a great show today. Appreciate it again. Congratulations, best wishes, and continued success. Please stay in touch with us and continue keeping us updated of your of your progress there, Phillipina.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it being on
Yeah,
your show.
definitely. There's gonna be more. There's more footage on. If you go on Phillipina's Instagram page, there's more footage of her dunking it. You know, it's not every day you see a female basketball player dunking it, and there's some footage up there. So some recent footage. She first started dunking in the 10th, 11th grade, and now she's dunking it with regularity. So you know, it's pretty fascinating to see. You know. You know, her dunking with authority, because you can just imagine her getting a steal in the passing lane and going down the court and just, you know, bringing it back like LeBron James and just dunking it. So, you know, girls basketball is changing. It's different now. It's they're starting to, you know, play above the rim as well. So it's exciting, and it's great to have her on, and great for international ball to, you know, add female basketball to their list of you know, honoring Player of the Weeks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
All right.